episode number 6 of Get Your Ass Up and Move Fitness and Nutrition podcast. I am your host, Barrett with Barrett Fitness Enterprises. And on this podcast, we discuss fitness, nutrition, overall health, and overall well-being. Special thanks to those of you guys who have subscribed to my podcast, who have left me a rating, and special thanks to those of you who have sent me feedback directly. I greatly appreciate your feedback, and I appreciate you guys subscribing to my podcast. If you find this podcast has been helpful to you over the past 5 weeks, 5 podcasts, please share it with your friends, share it with your family. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Peter Gay Barrett, or you can subscribe to my blog at barrett.fitness. Also follow me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram. That would make me so happy. Barrett Fitness Enterprises, you guys. We made it to episode number 6 and I am excited about that. As you can probably tell, I am not at home. I actually traveled to Dallas this morning, and I am totally committed to putting out a podcast every week, and that's why I'm here. I am traveling for work, and for most of you who probably don't know, I am a hotel general manager. I'm also a personal trainer, and I am a fitness nutrition specialist. These are the things that make me happy, and that's what I want to talk about tonight, you guys. Happiness. We cannot be completely healthy if we are not happy. And while I do understand that life will sometimes throw at you moments of unhappiness, life will throw at you stresses. These are a part of life. And there is nothing that we can do to completely prevent moments of unhappiness and the stresses of life. But what we can do is to get up every day and make a conscious effort to know that whatever we do today, we are going to try our best to be as happy as we possibly can. To not necessarily eliminate stress, as we probably cannot eliminate stress from our life, but we can limit the stresses in our life. And this is something that I will admit I struggle with. I struggle with handling stress in an effective way. I'm a type A personality, meaning I love to be in control. And I also overanalyze situations. I overthink things, and that's a personality trait of mine. And part of the first part of me overcoming this and not letting this rule and take over and control my life is admitting that that's not the best trait or characteristic traits to have, or the best qualities to have. So every day I get up and I know that this is who I am, this is how I'm made up, but I know this is not who I want to be in every single situation. This personality trait has actually suited me in some ways, being a hotel manager, being a personal trainer, wanting to be in control of situations and overanalyzing certain situations. But conversely, this has actually sometimes caused me some unnecessary migraine headaches, or maybe not sleeping that well at night. And I know this about myself, and I make a conscious effort every day, you guys, to not let that control who I am. I make a conscious effort every day that when things come my way that will stress me out or will make me unhappy, as I do not have any control over this, that I will find a way to manage my stress. And the number one thing that I do to manage my stress, you all, I go for a run. That's the number one thing that I do. Naturally, I am a sprinter, and that's just what I've done my entire life. But over the last few years, I've gotten into long distance running, and I find that I put my earbuds in, I go and I jog at my own pace. I don't stress about how fast I'm going or how many miles I'm running. I put some music in my ear and I go for a nice, easy jog. Whether it's in the neighborhood, there's some days I just walk out of my house and go run down the street. There's some days I feel like I want to go run on a trail and I might get in the car and, drive to a trail and go for a long run at a trail. There's some days when the weather may be crappy outside and I'm not in the mood for that and I want to go run on a treadmill. So that's the number one way that I relieve stress. Now, I can't run every day. I lead a very busy life with all three jobs that I have that makes me so happy, right? The type A personality in me, I have to keep going. I can't stay still and I can't stay steady. But when I'm still and I'm steady, then I'm thinking. My mind is going and my brain is running, and I have to find a way to relieve that stress, to relieve my mind. And for me, running is one of the things, or going for a jog is one of the things that has helped me to relieve my stress. So I beg you guys to, every day you get up, know who you are, but you also have to understand that who you are may not be the healthiest version of you, right? And once you come to grips with that, you do something about it. You know that you are not completely happy and you may not be able to change your situation in that moment. Find a stress reliever. Find something that you can do that actually makes you happy. Me putting out a podcast and sharing information with you guys, and even if I reach one person, you guys, that makes me happy, because I love giving information. I love educating myself and not just keeping that information, but sharing that information with someone else. Do the things that make you happy and try to do the things that you have control over. Right? A few years ago, I left the hotel business and I wanted to pursue personal training just to see how I would love doing that on my own. And I loved it. But I got bored after a while. I missed the hotel business. I missed the stresses of the hotel business. As crazy as that may sound, it is the truth. It is what I do that makes me happy. I love giving people an opportunity to have a job, to train someone to be a hotel manager, to be a role model for someone. And I also love personal training. I love having a client that I go to after, a couple of months. I've seen the results of them losing weight and tightening up their bodies, and they're sleeping better and they're relieving their stress and they're having less headaches. These are the things that make me happy. While it may be stressful at times, I also have to sit down and figure out a way that I can relieve stress and do the things that makes me happy. When I thought about going back to work, I had people would say to me, "Are you sure you want to go back and work for the man?" Yes, that's what makes me happy. I miss the hotel business. I miss the hectic, not knowing from day to day what's going to happen, what's going to be thrown at you in the hospitality business. And I love that. I love the opportunities to go into different cities and meeting different people and getting together with my colleagues, like I am here in Dallas, getting together with other hotel managers and celebrating each other. These are the things that make me happy. And I beg you guys, do the things that make you happy, the things that are within your control. Find a way to relieve stress, because we cannot be completely happy unless, or you can't be completely healthy unless you are happy. And I do understand you're not going to be happy in every single situation and in every moment, but you have to live your life in a way where you have overall happiness. You're happy most days with your marriage. You're happy most days with your job. You're happy most days with your children. You're happy most days with your living situation. It's not going to be every day. And if you're not happy, try to fix that situation. Don't just sit back and hope for the best. Hope is not a strategy. And that's something that I've learned from one of my mentors in the hospitality, in the hotel business with this company that I work for. I would hear him say that all the time. Hope is not a strategy. And for me, I was not going to sit back and hope that, I could become a personal trainer. I quit my job and I went and I did it and I loved it, right? But I wasn't completely satisfied. So now I am doing both. I am passionate about both. Both make me happy, and I love giving you guys this information and to some degree my opinion. So do the things that make you happy. Find something that's going to help you to relieve the stresses of your life. You can't completely eliminate it, but to handle it and to manage it in a way that is productive, and you're not, beating down yourself. And we know there's certain hormones in your body that feeds off of stress. It thrives on stress. When most people are stressed, then you start eating unhealthy foods, and you're not sleeping properly. You cannot be completely healthy if you are not completely happy. So, or generally happy for the most part. So find your happiness and figure out a way to help you manage the stresses of your life. Because if we're looking for overall health, you have to start with happiness, and you have to find a way to minimize the stresses of your life. It's mind and body, not just your body and how you look and maybe even how you feel. It's how you think, the thoughts that comes to and from you, right? Your psyche has to be healthy in order for your body to be healthy. And with that, I leave you tonight. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on episode number 6 of Get Your Ass Up and Move Fitness and Nutrition podcast. Please, you guys, subscribe to my podcast. It's available on Apple Podcasts, on Android. It's also available on my blog at barrett.fitness. Please follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on Facebook and at Barrett Fitness Enterprises, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am trying to get this message out. Even if I touch one person, you guys, my mission would have been accomplished. So remember, you cannot be completely healthy if you are not happy and you haven't found a way to